Hello. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to push my camera back so you can actually see some of the table, because that would be nice, wouldn't it? So you can actually see your reading. Oh, wobbly. Okay, let's go. So, welcome. This is the AEIOU Oracle, and we're going to get you a general reading. I haven't really got anything that came through in regards to the reading and why I'm reading. So there's no sort of like message to begin. Only that I pulled a card quickly just to see what the energy was. And I saw the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And the message that I got from it is that it wasn't necessarily that it was something that was untrue. The vision that I got was that you were like putting a flag kind of thing in your home, like stamping your authority on something. And sorry, I'm just noticing how dirty my tarot table is. It's got dusty because I haven't been using it. That's not good, is it? I'm going to have a clean up today. That could be for someone as well. Having a energetic cleanup of some things. And there we go, straight in. Straight into the energy. Didn't even, obviously we need to get going. I'll just say that the AEIOU Oracle deck, this is a deck that I have designed, is available to purchase. You can find the details in the description box and in the bio and things on my page. I do offer personal readings, and I am open for personal readings at the moment. So if you want any details about that, have a look in the description box and you can just drop me an email to book that. But we are starting in the cave, and this completely makes sense with the totem that I put onto the thumbnail. So I'm glad that we're in the correct energy. So I pulled another card and it had the bear on it. And straight away, I got the download of it's the Great Bear constellation. There's no sort of astrological meaning to that today at all. But I was looking more into the bear totem, the Great Bear totem, and it's very much about home and that sort of protection, the mother bear kind of energy, leadership. There's go do your own research and see what resonates for you. I love to just encourage you to go and look at stuff yourself, because I think it's like it will resonate so much better from you actually engaging in your own research. Like it massively does help. So use the reading as like a jumping off point that you go and do your own inquiry, let's say, because what you'll find is that this is a general reading. So I can't physically deliver a personal reading in a general, because if you think about how many people are going to be watching this, I can't say that, like the different scenarios for every single person. So please go and do your own research and, take it further, because you'll get so much more out of it. I do hope that helps, that little introduction. So we're starting off with the cave. So this is your root chakra. And the image that I was getting of the bear was in hibernation. So I feel that there could be there could have been a need to retract your energy. So this doesn't necessarily have to mean like hibernating at home, but this could literally just mean retracting your energy and keeping it all for yourself, protecting it. And I'm getting, there was a need to to balance the integrity. So maybe there could have been giving too much energy to others. Maybe that could be something that's there. But this is very much like starting from scratch, starting something new. And the bear is introspection. So this could be something that you have maybe been working on in hermit kind of energy. Maybe you haven't really spoken to anyone about something that you have been working on. Okay, so we've got the 10 of Hearts in the reverse. And it's really weird because I literally have just put a post out on Instagram, and the first line is, "You are the pot of gold," and no rainbow required. That's so funny. So there's something in that for the event. If anyone's interested, event that I've just posted on Instagram, and you can find that under Everybody's Den. So this is definitely an ending. Definitely an ending. Maybe this is a... Oh, I'm hearing like losing... Well, it's definitely about love. This is going to be a love reading. Wasn't expecting that. So I was literally just going to say a loss of love, or something ending in love, or there's a loss of love in some way. And then we've got the 6 of Hearts in the reverse, which is, to me, this is telling me that there has been no flow. Love hasn't... Oh my God, I'm getting some really weird words. I'm going to have to write that down because that's not... Bear with me just a second. Honestly, the words that I channel, sometimes I have to go and have a look at them and what they are. I don't even think that would make sense to anyone. That's a really weird word, but I'm going to go and do some research on that. What else am I getting from that? There you go. Here we are. Here's the bear. We're on the money. We're on the money. I love that. Love that, love that, love that. That is such a amazing confirmation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Angels, guides, ancestors. My God, how I love what I do. How I love what I do. The synchronicities, oh, what a blessing. If you didn't think that the universe was listening, you're very much mistaken. You're very much mistaken. Oh, it just brings like enormous gratitude, like so deeply humbled when I can read with this kind of clarity. Like, oh my God, makes me want to cry. Okay, so the great bear, you can see that the bear is looking at this bright star. And what I'm getting from that is that you have an idea in your mind, this home, the home is the home that you want to create. Maybe a home that you never had. It's this grounded... There's something that you've been looking back on, and I feel like it's this 10 of Hearts in the reverse, like maybe a relationship from your past, or this could even be like your family unit. I'm hearing Love don't live here anymore. Do you know that one? Oh, what does the words go like? Love don't live here anymore. Oh, God, I've got to find the lyrics. That's all that they're giving me is that. Bear with me just a second. Is it this one? Such a tune. Right, let me just look at the lyrics because I can't play anymore. Okay, yeah, so this is the kind of energy, just emptiness and memories of what we had before you went away, found another place to stay, another home. This home thing. You abandoned me, love don't live here anymore, just a vacancy, love don't live here anymore. In the windows of your eyes, everyone can see the loneliness inside of me. What would Okay, so it's like the same lyrics over and over again. Oh, okay, maybe this might be useful. So it says, when you lived inside of me, there was nothing I could conceive that you wouldn't do for me. Trouble seemed so far away. You changed that right away. Okay, so that will mean something to somebody. There's a gap. There's something. There's a longing. There's a space. But the Ace of Scepters with the bear is all about opportunity. I feel like there's something there, so I'm just going to go into that. We'll get into this. The energy is a little bit slow moving to get in, which normally happens with these kinds of readings. Creativity, enthusiasm, growth, and a breakthrough. Okay. Right, so this is useful. This is what I was saying about there's an opportunity. So it's time to broaden your horizons and set out on a journey, whether to blaze your own trail or take advantage of new opportunities that have presented themselves to you. Look to the northern sky to inspire you as you follow your path to reach your full potential. Okay, so that makes sense with the energy that we were pulling in. I feel like this sort of like emptiness, I feel like this has been round for the longest. There's a gap. There is a gap. There's a space. And I want to go here. These are calling me. Just to get a little bit of energy in. So there's a vacancy. Tell me more about this Ace of Scepters, please. Okay. Right, that's too many. We'll try that again. So the card that I just saw on the top. Okay, there's a lot coming in. Get ready. There's a lot coming in. Can we have a clear message, please? Sorry, clear message, please. I don't know what that is on my hand. I just got this, like, as soon as those cards came out and spill, I just got this, like, real big burst of excitement. Can we have some more on the Ace of Scepters, please, the Great Bear? Can you show me the... Okay, so we've got the Nine of Cups. So this is lack of fulfillment. This is the opportunity. Where there was lack of fulfillment, and I'm just seeing on the card, if you look on the card, there's this affection. Can you see? Looking into each other's eyes, the affection, the closeness, the smiles. Yeah. This is the vacancy, the lack of fulfillment. Oh, God, there's loads that want to come out. I'm getting that life has seemed like you're doing all these things. How they're giving it to me is like you're doing all these things, you're doing all the things, you're going out, you're spending time with your friends, you're traveling, you're doing well at your job, but it's just it's not satiating for you. That's what I'm feeling. It's this closeness, it's the closeness, the affection, the trueness. I mean, obviously that's not a word, but we'll go with that. Right. Can I please have a clear message so we can get this out, please? Clear message. Let's get this out. Let's get going. Let's get into this. Whew. Okay, the Magician. This is you. Yeah, you can see the magic wand. Also the star. Yeah. Same energy. Waving your magic wand and creating opportunities for fulfillment. For this closeness. So the Magician on this card is actually excuse me, from Cinderella, the fairy godmother. So the universe and you are working together to be your own fairy godmother, to provide, to turn the mice and the pumpkins and all that kind of thing into the opportunities, like the fairy dress. I'm saying fairy dress godmother because I was named the fairy dress godmother because I used to make wedding dresses and alter wedding dresses, and I never failed to get a bride in her dress. I was the Magician. So what the way that they're giving it to me is the fairy dress godmother didn't make the prince fall in love with Cinderella. What she did is she created the opportunities for that love to happen. Okay, that is what you need to concentrate on. The universe can't mess with free will. Everyone has their own free will. We all do. We can work with the universe or we can work against it. And our belief systems are the things that either help us work with the universe or work against it. the universe is trying to make opportunities for you to be able to get this fulfillment. Yeah. The Lovers, here we go. So this is the Beauty and the Beast. Two Arcana cards out in a row as well. So I feel like this is the universe. So the story of Beauty and the Beast, right? We all know. So you have the Beauty has the choice between Gaston, who's an absolute narcissist, or the Beast, right? They're the two options that she has in her realm, right? But I'll tell you a secret. The Beast and Gaston are the same person. It's the same energy, right? And this is what no one fucking talks about. And this is an insight into the work that I do as a channel and seeing the truest, seeing the truest. Okay. So the start of the story, before Beauty, before Belle knew the Beast, he was exactly like Gaston. And that's how he became the Beast. He was an absolute asshole, and he was rude to everybody. And obviously he turned the crone away, all that kind of stuff. It's exactly the same person. But the thing that actually is the difference between the two characters, Gaston and the Beast, is that the magician, the universe, gave the prince an opportunity to change. That's the only difference. They were the same kind of man. They were the same character. I hope you're getting what I'm putting down, because this is really important. So The Lovers is all about choice, your choices, not necessarily with another human being, like the choices that you make in yourself, right? Do you choose Gaston or do you choose the Beast, right? Belle chose the Beast because he used his strength and his beast-like qualities to protect her, right? He wouldn't have had those beast-like qualities had the universe not stepped in and sent the crone to put a spell on him. Yeah. So his bad behavior ended up making the universe like basically put him into the dark night of the soul. And Belle gave him the inspiration to come out of the dark night of the soul. Yeah. Like the thing that I'm getting from this card is embracing the beast, like embracing the process, embracing what doesn't look like the finished article. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be, it's fucking hell. It's going to be the emperor, apparently. Fucking hell. I was really not expecting this reading at all. This is hilarious. So basically, by choosing something that is, it's growth. It's growth. It's looking past what is in front of your face. Like, you're not going to have the finished article. You're not going to have this cemented, like there was a process of Beauty and the Beast coming together. There was things that had to happen. There was conflict. There was, reconciliation. There was a whole team of fucking furniture and entities that were helping them to try to come back together. There was a whole universe, working, oscillating around them to be able to get them to come together. And it wasn't just the choices that each individual made. There was a whole host of things that were going on, right? By doing that, by allowing that, by being curious, by opening up to the universe and all the, like Belle had to fucking, like move past her belief systems to talk to the different entities that were in the house and to believe in magic and all that kind of stuff. And she did that because of the person that she was. She was very curious, very intelligent, and she didn't want the norm. And that's what the universe gave her. I hope you're getting what I'm putting down. But that's how you end up with the Emperor. Because you're seeing past what's in front of your eyes. That's what I'm getting. You're working with the universe to be able to pull this, not pull, that's not the right word I'm saying. But please, like, if you're a male watching this, you can still pull in, I keep saying pull, I do apologize, like attract. Well, you will be attracting if you're pulling in. Keep saying pull. Maybe this is something that you're feeling that I'm picking up on, right? If you are trying to attract your mate, let's say, your divine partnership, your partner for life, your, person that you want to spend your life with, if this person is going to be independent and loyal and, protect your heart, all those kind of things, like an emperor is not just the big boss man. If you look at divine masculine qualities, there's loyalty, there's someone who asserts their boundaries, there's someone who is truthful, and this is the sword being shoved down. This is my fucking home, this is my territory, this is mine, and it's like stamping your truth. King of Cups. This is big love. This is big love. Something that they're just coming back to, this Beauty and the Beast story, right? It wasn't just the beast that protected Belle. Belle protected the beast. Like, if you watch that story and watch how Belle actually conducts herself, she's very, very masculine in her energy. She's very masculine. She talks back. She asserts her boundaries. She tries to protect her father. She's courageous. She's independent. She's intelligent. She's incredibly masculine. Yeah, like, and the King of Cups is someone who has mastered their emotions. And with the dragon on here, especially in the pose with the making eye contact, that is like, this is me and them against the world. This is like a partnership that is so rooted in like, like if anyone tried to mess with this partnership, or like, I'm very much seeing like two people like this, like Bonnie and Clyde kind of energy. Like you're doing things together, you're going against the world together, you stand up to gossip together, you stand up to your families together, you march forward together. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting from this. Maybe you saw your parents, you know, like really going against each other, or maybe someone cheated or something like that. So we've got the 6 of coins. This is about that balance. It's about this really like you can see that this guy, he's, or this lady, you can't actually, it's, could we say who that is? I don't know, man or woman, doesn't really matter. And they're feeding the bugs, you know, like on the frozen tundra, you know, the animals round. That's like someone who's giving something that they may not even have for themselves. You know, like I've got these pentacles, I'm going to share them with you guys. It's like this partnership is so balanced, so balanced. Like 2 people coming together with, oh, right, that doesn't want to come out yet for some reason. I'm getting into a mess. Okay, so the 8 of Wands did actually come out, and that was in the reverse. So this is slow moving energy. This is slow to appear. This is slow coming together. This is Queen of Wands in the reverse. There's been something in the way. When I see a Queen of Wands in the reverse, this is like karmic kind of feminine energy. And I'm going to put her over there because this is like a loss of power. And this could be the reason why this has come together slowly. These cards want to keep flipping out, but they don't want to come out. There's a lot that hasn't been said. There's a lot that hasn't come to light yet. 2 of Coins in the reverse. Give me more on the 2 of Coins, please. Have more of the 2 of Coins. Wheel of Fortune. This instability, this really, like, there's something in regards to this Queen of Wands energy, and this doesn't necessarily have to be like a human being. This could be just an energy that's inside you or inside them. But if you're coming together and you're attracting each other, it would have been both something that you needed to sort out. It's definitely a loss of power. Like something about not being able to give each other this balanced energy. This needed time, it needed space. Like there's so many cards that are flipping out in this deck, but not actually coming out onto the table. Like loads. There's a lot. There's a lot. I'm hearing the word acquiesce as well. Don't even know how to spell that word. Acquiesce. I need to look that word up. They're not letting me move on from that. I do apologise. This is my granddad giving me so many words. So accepting something reluctantly, but without protest. So that's the loss of power. Accepting less. Accepting less. That's what I was getting from that Queen of Wands. Accepting there's a loss of power, a loss of control. Accepting this. This is that maybe has been a karmic settling for less than what you deserve. We've got the Empress and the Seven of Swords and the Death in reverse. That didn't want to come out. So this is something. This is coming. So you've got this divine partnership now. We've got the Empress and the Emperor out on the deck. But this didn't come out of the deck. I pulled this out. So this is what's coming. So if you are a feminine who's in their masculine energy, you're attracting a partner who's balanced in their feminine and vice versa. But with this Seven of Swords, there's been a holding back of decision, and this maybe this is about accepting who you are. That could definitely be a thing. Clutching onto a shadow. Clutching onto a shadow. Tower in reverse now. Wow. So the Tower in the upright is all about like whatever was built on a false foundation is falling, is crumbling. But with the Cave being at the top of the reading, this is telling me that something is being built, something is coming together, but it's just coming slowly. There's something about refusal. The High Priestess now. My God, how much universal energy are we getting out here? This is you knowing. I think this is causing some frustration for you because you know this to be true. You know who you are. There's just that sneaky shadow like belief system that keeps getting, maybe in the past it kept getting into your, getting into your frame of reference and, making you think that you need to, sort of to say yes to things that weren't for your highest and greatest good, like say yes to relationships because you didn't think that maybe there would be anything else, Four of Cups, and this is coming out sideways across this reading. So this is crossing the High Priestess and this Empress. And this is sideways energy. The Four of Cups speaks of someone who is in like contemplation. But it can also signal almost like a missed opportunity in love or in community or feeling a bit left out. And I feel like there's a little bit of they're saying call a truce. Call a truce on this energy. Because they're saying that you're swinging from I'm missing out to I'm like healing, I'm keeping myself out of it. Missed opportunity, I'm keeping myself out of it. Missed opportunity, I'm keeping myself out of it. And you sway between these two energies. And it's like the high priestess and the empress is the empress attracts and the high priestess knows. So with those two energies coming out for this reading, well, should I say the empress was pulled out of the deck. So the high priestess knows, you know who you are. And the kind of missed opportunity energy that you keep sitting in is maybe keeping you from really embodying this empress energy. And it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, really doesn't matter. They're just energies. So you can watch this as a masculine, or you could watch this as a feminine. Okay, so we've got the hangman in reverse. So this is you sort of like taking action. You've had enough time of in this. I'm not going to excuse me. I'm not going to do anything about it kind of energy. So whether you're in this missed opportunity energy or this like meditative energy, it's like you're still taking yourself out of the equation. You're still taking yourself out of, I'm hearing like the line of fire. And when I'm talking about there's a lack of passion. The Knight of Wands in the reverse is basically saying to me that there's a lack of passion, a lack of forward motion, a lack of. It's maybe causing you to be quite. I'm hearing bored, lonesome. They're just asking me to talk about this Beauty and the Beast card again. I do apologize. So in the first card that we got out, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, you can see these two like looking into each other's face. You know, they're smiling at each other, the affection, all this kind of stuff, right? On the Beauty and the Beast card, they're literally like cheek to cheek. And this is you with an aspect of yourself as well. Like by accepting all the things that you are, your complete authenticity, this is how you get this real deep bond, not only with yourself, but with others. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to put that upside down. I hope this is coming together for someone. If you haven't done already, please like, subscribe and comment. I love to hear feedback of how the readings resonate with you. And if you're here, then this is a free reading and it's always nice to give an energy exchange of a like or a subscribe because it does help the channel grow, and that is one of my intentions. So I do really appreciate if you can do that. Share some energy. Whew. Oh. Six of Wands. Okay, so this is you winning. This is for me like a coming home. So I always feel from Six of Wands is a coming home to yourself, coming home to Five of Coins in the reverse. So this is stepping outside of scarcity, coming into sacred connection with yourself. Ten of Coins in the reverse. Tell me about the Ten of Coins in the reverse, please. Knight of Cups. Well, that's... Ah. Ah. So... the Ten of Coins in the reverse. This is like the breakdown of a legacy. This is maybe a vision that you had about what your life should look like. Whether that's the car, the house, whatever. It's not going to be that. This situation, it's not about material things. It's not material possessions. The money in the bank is not romance. It's not love. It's two completely different things. Like the way that they're giving it to me is this will come from this and not the other way around. Like possessions and, having the nice house and having the flashy car and all that kind of stuff. That's not love. And maybe this could have been like, a part of your past. Like this, so we've got Two of Cups coming out sideways. This is that close bond. This is two gods coming together with their foreheads together. This is that closeness. This is the energy of what's going to be different for you this time. Like absolute titans coming together and protecting each other's hearts, protecting each other in the physical. Like it's a relationship, it's a bond that is so balanced and strong, and it's like the thing that I'm getting from it is like unbreakable. Like whatever you go through, and it doesn't come from things that you have. You're not going to find this unbreakable bond and you're going to be so different. You're going to be so different. That's what I'm hearing. You're going to be so different. Like what you could be like completely different nationalities. You can be different, like Queen of Swords. Let me just channel into this Two of Cups a little bit more. Like you could be two different religions. You could be like two completely different nationalities, but there's this meeting of the minds, like you want the same thing, you want the same dream, you want the same vision, and that is the thing that is like keeping you together. Like they've got their hands together in like a circuit. You're going to generate so much power together. Like the love between you is going to be like so strong, but it's the minds, like the meeting of the minds that are coming together, the thought, the vision, the clarity, like I know that this person is for me. And I feel that what they're asking me to say is, if this is for a man, right? If there's a masculine watching this, right? The woman that you have a relationship with, she's not going to be after you for what you can get her or give her. That's not what this relationship is about. And you may have watched your dad do this, or, like your dad, well, like your dad may have just like constantly worked all the time, and like it's going to be both. Or like, say if this is for a feminine that's watched this, like I'm almost like, it's so different for every single person. I'm seeing so many different options there. But anyway, so we've got this Queen of Swords that's just come out, and she's basically saying, like, heads will roll. Anyone who tries to come, can you see the heads on the spikes? Anyone who comes in between this relationship, anyone who says, I'm just getting this really strong bond of nothing is going to come between us, nothing. And this is what you're working towards. This is what you're building. I'm just going to get one of these cards just to close off. I really wasn't expecting a love reading today. All about the home. So we've got the Hangman again, the Lovers, and the Seven of Cups. Poof! So you've got the Lovers again. So the Hangman, can you see that on this card, he's deep in his emotions, okay? So this is how you're going to be able to make this choice, right? By being in your emotions. That's what I'm getting from this card. In your emotions, being deep, submerged in your emotions is going to be able to help you make this decision. You're not making it from logic. You're not making it from, this person's got loads of money, or this person will be right for me because, I don't know, we do the same job or something like that. Like this is dry. It's the same old shit that's kept you in the same patterns. It's not going to be that. This connection is going to come from your well of emotions. That's the difference in this relationship. You're going to feel so emotional towards this person. Like this person is going to move you. And the universe is giving you this same message about you making choices. You have to put yourself in this situation for this to come together. Because if you see on the card, you've got two people, like she's looking at her phone, he's looking at his phone. They're not interacting at all. You're going to have to interact for this to come together. You have to like get out into the universe. You have to make choices that align you with the love that you want. In other words, the more that you are fulfilled, the more that you love on yourself, the more that you are living in alignment with the life that you want to create, that is how that choice naturally is attracted to you, because you're living and breathing it. It's like you're not having to force and pull it in. You're not having to act a certain way. You're not having to, like go on dating websites and stuff like that. You're not having to like pull it in that way. You will attract the perfect partner from, getting, I hate, it's so awkward on YouTube because it does it back to front. That's also a message. You're going to have to do this back to front. Living in fulfillment is how you're going to attract another person that is also in fulfillment, who is also this big boss energy. And I don't mean like big boss energy as in the emperor, as in, necessarily someone who's a leader. It's like you're the boss of your life. You're doing things and picking things and spending time with people and being affectionate and loving. Like be the person that you want to attract. Yeah, hope that makes sense. And then we've got the 7 of Cups. So this is basically saying pick right for yourself. Like there's loads of options out there. There's loads of options out there, like you just get on the dating websites and you flick left a couple of times, oh, that person will do, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. We're picking like from we're picking, how can I say it? It's clean. That's the word that they're giving me. It's clean. It's fresh. It's like, yeah, there's all this other stuff lined up, rows and rows, same old life, same blah, blah, And she's like, no, I'm picking something natural. I'm picking something that is authentic, that hasn't been messed with. It may not be perfect. It may have a bug hanging out of it, but this is the thing for me. So you've got the Lovers twice and the Hangman twice, by the way, just so you know. So you've got the conflict in energy of the Hangman in the reverse and then the Hangman in the upright. So I would say the main card for this reading is the Lovers. Let's get you a oracle just to close the reading. I do appreciate massively for you being here. Thank you for your time. I wasn't expecting for it to be as long as this, but here we are. Oh, I'm hearing Merida from Brave. There might be a meaning to the word Merida, the name Merida, actually. That might mean something to somebody. Have we got anything to close? Oh, too many. Come on. Let's be clear. There we go. So we've got the Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. I feel like this is you, fighting for what you believe in. That's what I'm getting from that. And you've got the dragon on there again. That King of Cups. Going after what you believe in with grace and clarity, and let everybody else get on with what they're doing. Lovely. Well, I hope that reading was helpful. And I hope it resonates. Shove us a a like and a subscribe. That'd be really nice for the energy exchange. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you again soon. I'm going to come back and do some horoscopes because I just haven't had the bandwidth to be able to do them over the last little bit, because I normally do them in quarters, but just not had the bandwidth. So I will get to that shortly, and sending you lots of love. And thanks again for being here. Take care.